Hello everyone, it's me, Efein again. I'm here with TheVIKIng. Now, it's going to test out some issues that have been surrounding hitbox problems recently on Overwatch. Mainly, the champion in question is Hanzo, as you can see, the muscular-chinned bloke. Basically, the issue is headshots hitting as a headshot when it's not actually a headshot. That's probably the most times I've ever said headshot in the same sentence. But still,
we have done a lot of testing with this, and there are a lot of champions that it works with. It's just the Hanzo performs the best for it.
Yeah, well, technically the worst for it if he goes with fleet performance. Yeah, because champions like Tolberon, or Tolberon, however you want to pronounce it, May, and what was the other one, Sean? Let's see more.
I genuinely don't remember.
Well, either way, here's a quick example on Hanzo. What we mean by headshots being headshots, but not actually headshots. God, I'd not better the title of the video actually. Right, basically, I'm gonna go slowly from right to left to Tracer's head, and as you'll see, it'll eventually get close to the head. See, that was a headshot on hers, and it killed her, or Sean should I say, but it was not a headshot on my screen. And as Sean's about to see on his death cam, it's not a headshot on his.
Definitely not a headshot. You are a good head away from me.
Exactly. Right, now I'm going to do the exact same thing again. We'll go from above Tracer's head to below Tracer's head. And if I recall correctly, this is actually quite a larger margin than the right to left.
Maybe not.
No, I started quite far up. There we go. Right, that wasn't a headshot.
Yeah, you did start with quite a large margin, actually. I'll give you that. Definitely shouldn't be a headshot.
Right, so now I'm just going to do a quick test from above Tracer's head, just to test the differences and similarities between them. So, go from right to left again. So, as you can see, obviously, definitely not a headshot. Nowhere fucking near. Get slightly closer.
That was an accident.
You're a dick! Right, slightly closer. Ever so slightly closer, but as you can see, not a headshot. And it's a headshot on that screen.
Let's see on the death cam. Yeah, this shouldn't even hit me.
Exactly. I mean, some of you may argue that because it's a projectile and it's arrow, the arrow dips as it travels, but the travel distance isn't far enough for that to have dipped any margin. That is literally going to be a straight shot to where my crosshair was. Look, as a quick example, the distance, I'll just get in position again to where I was. So, get up here. My crosshair is right there, as you can see on the screen. Shoot it. Literally exactly where I aimed it. So, there's no dispute that that hitbox is pretty much broken in regards to, well, being broken. Another issue which is surrounding the hitbox issue right now, especially in relation to Hanzo, this applies to other characters and champions as well, such as Tolberon, May, and champions of projectiles, but quite a few champions have this issue, is when you're behind a wall, you can still get a headshot despite being behind a wall. Now, usually I'd say this is a tick rate issue, however, as you can see, neither champion is going to be moving, so Tracer is definitely behind that wall right now as we speak, and she's not moving, so there's no tick rate, there's no data being sent through servers in terms of movement anyway. So you can see her head showing there. I'll rotate slightly so she's behind the wall. I'm going to shoot my arrow round about here. As you can see, that hit her head was behind the wall. I could not see her whatsoever, and she died from a headshot. Is that right?
Yeah, 100% died from a headshot.
There we go. So we're going to jump to a discussion right now about the implications this means, well, basically for Overwatch and just the problems surrounding this matter right now. So,
Efein, what do you think the implications of this massive, massive issue are on a game that is trying so hard to be competitive?
Well, the way I see it, there's a few issues like surrounding it right now. I mean, there's also, well, we haven't talked about the tick rate yet, but we'll do that at another point.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
In regards to like the hitbox issues, one thing that springs to mind is obviously the ranked implications it's going to have. I mean, if you think about it, it's going to have like, well, unfair outcomes basically, especially in like highly competitive play. If you, for example, someone on the enemy team makes a headshot with Hanzo or something like that, and they're behind a wall. How is that going to be regarded as a fair outcome to the match? Because that effectively makes the team like 5v6 after that.
Yeah,
it shouldn't have been a headshot.
In theory, that could lose games. Games could be completely won or lost over someone doing something so completely bullshit.
So mine, I mean, like especially like in clutch moments, say like you're on the payload or something, Hansa or whatever bullshit character's got a fucked up hitbox on the aiming, headshots you, or just generally kills you through a bug or an error on Blizzard's part. It's just gonna be unfair. The outcome isn't going to be reliable either, especially in competitive play.
No, I think it's going to be completely unenjoyable as well. Like the problem there is people are not happy with getting shot when they're not meant to be getting shot. People, I know, hard to believe. So hard to believe that someone doesn't like being shot in the face when they're not actually being shot in the face.
Yeah, man, I mean, those two go hand in hand, don't they? I mean, of course it's going to be an unenjoyable game if it's going to be fucking bullshit. The Hanzo shoots backwards and hits you in the fucking base.
It's quite a hard one.
Yeah, I mean, there's more issues as well. Like, obviously, Blizzard are going to make this. They're going to implement competitive play at some, and this is, if you compare this like to, I don't know, CS:GO or something, which is already very, very competitive. It's going to basically compromises their integrity as a professional game.
Yeah, definitely, 100%, definitely.
The amount of highly sought after / highly played FPS shooters on the market right now, which are running a current 60 tick rate. We'll talk about that some of the time.
Trying to talk about it for about a week, but it's been so fucking warm that neither of us want to record.
We'll get around to it. But yeah, it's like people are just gonna, I don't know, drift away from this a little bit. In regards to competitive play, if it's just not gonna be accurate. Because I know, like, I've had many times on Tracer. Well, I've been trying to wait for the last seconds, or last millisecond, should I say, where Roadhog's hook is just about to hook me, and I'm gonna blink away out of it or press my E out of it, and it still fucking gets me, even though I know I pressed my E, and that's not just like some bullshit where like I'm raging at the computer saying I definitely fucking clicked it, I definitely hackers. That's a genuine thing, and so many people have said it. I mean, Roadhog's got quite a few issues right now. As his hooks. That's not just in regards to tick rate or hitbox. Like I know something right now where Roadhog pulls you and you end up behind him. So he tries to shoot you, and like after he's made a hook on you, and you're behind him for some reason. So
on that same issue, I wish I still had the clip, but I did have a clip of Roadhog hooking me, pulling me, and instead of pulling me through the wall, it pulled him over the barrier that he was on, and basically threw him into the center of our team.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we need to keep in mind that it is a relatively new game. But no, it is a new game. It's not even relatively new. And yeah, they've had
3 weeks old at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they've had their alpha testing, they've done the beta testing, and they've released it to the general public. Obviously, they can't address all issues in beta and alpha stages. So,
but this is Blizzard. This is Blizzard, and you would expect them to have a slightly higher level of quality than this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying the game's bad. It feels very, very polished.
I love the game, yeah, I love it.
But these bouncing changes should have been noticed in beta. I do remember being hooked by Roadhog when I shouldn't have been hooked. In beta, this could have been addressed sooner.
But going back to another point, which is the tick issue, like that is probably going to be due to that. As like him hooking you on his screen and obviously not hooking you on your screen.
Yeah,
that's a tick rate issue, but. In regards to hitbox, yeah, that should have been addressed in beta. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I can really think about that's going to affect it is it goes back to the unenjoyable gameplay, but that is going to lead to people potentially rage quitting and just
definitely.
It's a very, very extreme example, like people fucking quitting the game because a hitbox is slightly out, but it can be enough to push people over the edge, in my opinion.
Yeah. I've been in games of League of Legends, for example, where people have missed a cannon creep. But like a cannon creep spawns every 2 waves or so.
As far as I remember, I've not played it in a while.
No, same. But it's every 2 waves or so, and it's just a little bit more gold than a regular minion.
Yeah.
And I've had people quit because they've missed a couple. Just like fuck this, I'm out. I'm so mad at this.
Bit extreme.
I'm so mad at this that I can't click properly, and it's it's on the base level. It's fairly similar. It's that click was bullshit. That click was bullshit. That click wasn't as it was intended to be.
I completely agree. Yeah.
Right. So, any final comments before I
it's bullshit,
end
Sean.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, we've discussed everything really. I suppose just to sum it up, there's going to be ranked issues, unenjoyable gameplay. It's going to compromise the fact that Overwatch is going to be trying to regard itself as a professional game.
It's going to make me put my fucking hand through my monitor.
What the fuck? And make people rage quit.
Right, that concludes mine and the Vikings' take on the hitbox issues surrounding Overwatch right now. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll leave a link down to the Vikings channel down below. Make sure you do the same with him. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. I've got it.
Remember the combo, guys. You right click and straight after the freeze out.